Hello, and welcome here. Do you ever feel a quiet weariness settle over you, a gentle but persistent exhaustion that has little to do with sleep and everything to do with whom you have shared your space? Does your inner light feel dimmer after certain conversations, your colors less vibrant? This is a feeling known to so many, a silent weight carried in the heart. It is the language of your soul telling you that it is time to draw your energy back. It is the life force that animates your dreams, fuels your kindness, and paints your world with meaning. You are not obligated to offer it to anyone who leaves you feeling empty. Today we speak of the gentle, necessary art of distancing yourself from those who drain you, not with anger, not with drama, but with the quiet, unshakable grace of a river changing its course. This is not an act of cruelty, but an act of ultimate self-compassion. You do not need anyone else's approval to build a sanctuary for your soul. Let that be the first truth that settles deep within you. It is not selfish to preserve your vitality, it is essential. You cannot pour from an empty vessel, and the world needs the light only you can offer when you are full. The people who drain you are not always malicious. Often they are simply lost in their own storm, unconsciously reaching for any anchor. You can love them from the shore. You can wish them well from a safe distance. Your responsibility is to your own ship, your own journey. Recognize the signs of depletion. It is the feeling of being unheard even when you are speaking. It is the subtle tension in your shoulders when their name appears on your screen. It is the mental fatigue of rehearsing conversations that will never happen, of justifying your feelings to someone who is not listening. Letting go is a quiet process. It does not always require a confrontation or a declaration. Sometimes it is a slow, gentle turning away. It is taking a little longer to reply to a message. It is choosing a quiet evening alone over a loud gathering that will cost you your peace. It is the creation of small, sacred pockets of silence in your day, spaces where their energy cannot reach. Your peace is not a luxury. It is the fertile ground from which all your growth, joy, and creativity spring. To protect it is to protect everything you are and everything you hope to become. Anyone who consistently disrupts that peace is a storm you do not have to weather. Let them pass. You are the sky, vast and unchanging. Who you spend your time with is who you become. Choose companions who feel like sunlight. Choose friends who water your roots. Your inner circle should be a garden, not a battlefield. The guilt you feel when setting a boundary is not a sign that you are wrong. It is the echo of old programming that taught you to prioritize the comfort of others over your own well-being. Breathe through it, acknowledge it, and then gently release it. Your only duty is to your own soul's evolution. You are not a rehabilitation center for others. You are not a dumping ground for unprocessed emotions or unending negativity. You are a sacred space, and you alone are the gatekeeper. Decide who and what you allow inside. Be discerning. Your energy will thank you for it. Think of your life as a vessel. If it is filled with the pebbles of other people's dramas and demands, there is no room for the great stones of your own purpose, your own joy, your own stillness. The most profound relationships are those that are reciprocal. It is a gentle ebb and flow of giving and receiving. If you find you are always the one giving, always the one pouring, you are not in a relationship, you are a resource being consumed. It is time to turn off the tap. Observe how you feel after you part ways with someone. Do you feel lighter, inspired, and more yourself, or do you feel heavy, confused, and unsettled? Trust the wisdom of your body. Distance does not mean hatred. It means honoring your own limits. It is a statement that says, I love you, but I love me more. And from that place of self-love, you can truly love others in a healthy, sustainable way. Sometimes the most spiritual thing you can do is to say no. No, I am not available for that. No, I cannot take on your pain right now. No, I will not participate in. When you create distance, you are not just moving away from something negative, you are moving toward something positive. You are moving toward your own inner voice, your own creativity, your own peace. You are creating a vacuum that will be filled with better things. Do not be afraid of the space you create. In that emptiness, you will find yourself again. You will hear the whispers of your own intuition, the forgotten songs of your own heart. If these words are finding a home within you, perhaps you'll consider liking this video or subscribing to join our quiet corner of the world. It helps this space to grow, and it allows these messages to find others who may need them. Letting go of a draining relationship is like taking off a backpack full of stones that you didn't even realize you were carrying. Suddenly, you can stand up straighter. You can breathe more deeply. You can walk with a lightness you had forgotten. By creating distance, you are teaching others and yourself that your peace is not negotiable. This is a powerful lesson for all involved. Some people will not understand your need for space. They may call you selfish or distant. Let them. Their reaction is a reflection of their own needs and attachments, not a measure of your character. You do not need to justify your journey to those who are not walking it with you. Stay true to your own compass. Take back the pen. Write a story of peace, of joy, of sovereign strength. The fear of being alone often keeps us in draining connections. But you must learn that the loneliness of being with the wrong people is far more profound than the solitude of being with yourself. In true solitude, you can find connection to everything. You are a garden. Your attention is the water. Your energy is the sun. Do not waste your precious resources on weeds. Forgive yourself for the times you let your boundaries be crossed. You were doing the best you could with what you knew at the time. Now you know better. Now you can do better. Let go of the self-blame and step into the power of your newfound wisdom. When you stop giving your energy to those who drain you, you will be amazed at how much you have left for yourself. You will have the energy to start that new project, to take that walk in nature, to simply sit and be. Some are reminders of what you do not want. Be grateful for the lesson, and then have the courage to move on. The right people will not drain you. They will feel like coming home. They will reflect your light back to you amplified. They will respect your boundaries without question. They will celebrate your solitude as much as your presence. Be patient. They will find you when you are busy loving yourself. Stop explaining yourself to people who are committed to your reality is the peace you cultivate within. Detachment is not about not caring. It is about caring so deeply for your own well-being that you refuse to let it be compromised by the chaos of others. It is a deep, abiding love for the self that radiates outward. The process of creating distance can feel like a detox. You may feel withdrawal, sadness, or confusion. This is normal. It is the old energy. The universe brings you people and situations to reveal where you are not yet free. When you feel drained, it is a sign that there is an attachment, an unhealed wound, a boundary that needs to be set. See these interactions as your teachers, pointing the way to your own liberation. You cannot rescue someone who does not want to be saved. You can only love them and let them go. Their journey is their own. Your focus must be on you. It is choosing the unknown of your own path over the familiar misery of a connection that depletes you. Be brave. Your future self will thank you. You are allowed to outgrow people. You are allowed to evolve as you raise your vibration and heal your wounds. You will naturally fall out of resonance with those who operate from a lower frequency. It is not a judgment, it is spiritual physics. Let the separation happen. You do not always have to respond. You do not always have to engage. Sometimes the most powerful statement is your quiet, graceful exit. Your absence can be a more potent message than your words ever could. Notice the patterns. Do you consistently attract people who need fixing? This may be a reflection of a belief that you must earn love through service or sacrifice. The work, then, is not just to distance yourself from them. True strength is not in tolerating disrespect or depletion. True strength is in the quiet courage to honor your own needs, to walk away from what hurts you, and to build a life that aligns with your soul. Some people exist in a state of perpetual crisis. They feed on drama and chaos. You, as a being of peace, are an anomaly to them. They will try to pull you into their storm because your calm is unsettling to their chaos. Remain the lighthouse, steadfast and unshorn, but do not invite the storm into your home. The energy of others is contagious. Be mindful of whose energy you are absorbing, just as you wouldn't knowingly consume poison. Do not knowingly consume the energy of negativity, complaint, or victimhood. Protect your inner environment with the same diligence you would protect your physical body. The people meant for you will not ask you to shrink. They will celebrate your expansion. They will be inspired by your light. Settle for nothing less. When you set a boundary, you are not just protecting yourself. You are also giving the other person an opportunity to grow, to learn to self-soothe, to find their own source of energy. It may be a difficult lesson for them, but it is a necessary one. In this way, a boundary can be an act of love for both of you. You are under no obligation. Give yourself permission to adapt. Allow your relationships to either adapt with you or to fall away gracefully. Your life is not a dress rehearsal. Every day, every interaction is the real thing. Do not spend your precious moments in the company of those who make you feel small, tired, or invisible. You deserve to be seen, to be cherished, and to feel alive. Stop watering dead plants. If a relationship no longer... The quality of your life is determined by the quality of your relationships, and the most important relationship you will ever have is the one with yourself. Nurture it above all others. From that foundation, all other healthy connections will be built. Think of your aura as a home. Would you leave the doors and windows wide open for anyone to wander in, track mud on the floors, and disrupt the peace? Of course not. Be just as protective of your energetic. They see life as happening to them, and they are constantly seeking sympathy and energy from others. Recognize this pattern. You can have compassion, but you do not have to become a permanent cast member in their play. You are not responsible for another person's happiness. Let that sink in. You are responsible for your own. Trying to make someone else happy who is committed to their own misery is a futile and exhausting endeavor. Step away and focus on... The fear of confrontation is a powerful cage. But what is more frightening, a few moments of uncomfortable conversation or a lifetime of quiet depletion? Choose the temporary discomfort of setting a boundary over the chronic pain of not having one. There is a profound difference between being kind and being a people pleaser. Kindness comes from a place of fullness and strength. People-pleasing comes from a place of fear and lack. Be kind. It no longer feels good is reason enough. I feel drained in their presence is reason enough. My spirit feels diminished is reason enough. Your inner peace is the only justification you need. A relationship that costs you your peace is too expensive. Reevaluate your energetic budget. Invest your time and attention where you get a return of joy, inspiration, and mutual respect. Divest from what leaves you in deficit. It is in the quiet moments alone that you can recalibrate your energy, reconnect with your truth, and remember who you are without the influence of others. Embrace it. Seek it out. It is where you will find your power. The world will not fall apart if you put yourself first. In fact, you will be better equipped to serve the world from a place of overflow rather than a place of depletion. By honoring yourself, you honor the life that flows through you. When you begin, the ones who are not will fall away. Trust this process. It is the universe clearing a path for you. If someone consistently makes you feel like you have to defend your choices, your feelings, or your very essence, they are not your people. The right people will not require a defense. They will simply hold space for you to be. Sometimes distance is created not by words, but by a shift in your own vibration. As you work on yourself, stop auditioning for people who are not even watching the show. Your worth is inherent. It is not determined by who accepts you or who approves of you. Step off the stage and into the quiet authenticity of your own life. Observe your energy levels throughout the week. Who and what gives you energy? Who and what takes it away? Become a student of your own energetic ecosystem. Make adjustments accordingly. This is the practical work of self. Do not accept a role that diminishes your light or forces you into the background. Take center stage in your own story. When you say no to a draining connection, you are simultaneously saying yes to yourself, yes to peace, yes to clarity, yes to well-being. Frame it not as a loss, but as a profound gain. The people who are upset by your boundaries are the ones who are benefiting from you having none. Their reaction is confirmation. Your sensitivity is not a weakness, it is a superpower. It allows you to perceive the subtle energies around you. It is your built-in guidance system. Honor it. Listen to it. Let it be the guardian of your peace. You cannot control how other people behave, but you can control whether you participate. You can choose to walk away from the game. You can choose to opt out of the drama. Your power lies in your choice to disengage. You must be willing to cut the rope to discover the vast, open ocean of your own potential. The journey of self-discovery is often a journey of subtraction. It is about letting go of who you are not to make space for who you are. This includes letting go of the people who reflect a version of yourself you no longer wish to be. Forgiveness is part of this process. Forgive them for not being who you needed them to be. And forgive yourself for allowing the depletion to go. A healthy relationship should feel like a safe harbor, not a constant storm. If you are always bracing for impact, always navigating treacherous waters, you are in the wrong sea. It is time to sail for calmer shores. Your time is your most finite resource. It is the container of your life. Do not give it away to interactions that leave you feeling poor. Be a miser with your time and a philanthropist with your love. Love is expansive and freeing. Attachment is constricting and fearful. Love wants what is best for the other person, even if that means distance. Attachment wants to possess, to control, to feed its own needs. Learn to distinguish the two. The ultimate act of power is to be so rooted in your own being, so comfortable in your own skin, that the approval or disapproval of others is irrelevant. It flows past you like water off a stone. It may be challenging at first, but the reward is a sense of sovereignty and inner peace that is beyond measure. Do not wait another day. Begin now. Begin with one small step, one unanswered text, one evening spent in your own company, one no spoken with quiet conviction. This is how you begin to reclaim your soul. This is how you come home. I hope these words have brought you a measure of peace. Thank you for being here.